A lot of fun here going behind the scenes and really just seeing everything that we don't really think about when we do come and visit the airport and take our flights to wherever it is that we have to go. But right now we have Rhonda Homnabrigi here. She's the airport director and she knows the airport. She knows the background. Good morning to you, Rhonda.
Good morning.
Tell us why this airport is so special.
Well, you know, today's the 100-year anniversary, and those of us who work at the airport love our airport, and we think it just has so much history. Probably one of the most historic airports in the country. So today, as we celebrate the 100 years, we wanted a chance to really show a little bit more of the airport that people don't get a chance to see.
Definitely. We had a great time doing that, Rhonda. So thank you for allowing us to do that. Tell us a little bit about the background and the history, the founder of the airport.
Well, Albert Lambert was our founder. So he is a fascinating man. And in 1920, June 18th, so 100 years ago today, he leased 170 acres, had it Kinloch filled. He was a hot air balloonist, and he wanted to be able to have a place where not only he, but exhibitionists all across the world could take off. So that's how this started. 5 years later, he bought the 170 acres. He paid $68,000 for it. Which is kind of fun. And then 3 years later, in 1928, he actually sold it to the city of St. Louis. But if you look at the man's background and his history and his passion for aviation, you know, he bought his first airplane from the Wright brothers in 1909. He became the first Missourian to get a pilot's license. He did that with Orville Wright, taught him to fly, and he earned his pilot's license. And, you know, he was also an incredible golfer. He was in the 1900 World's Fair for golf. He came in number 8th. And then in 1904, he was on the team that placed here in St. Louis for the World's Fair. And they placed they won the silver medal that year as a team. And then he, as an individual, he also played. So I think about a man who has so much history and who had such a passion. We couldn't let the day go without celebrating who he was and who our airport is named after.
What do you want people to know here from the St. Louis region, why they should be so proud of having this airport here in their community?
Well, I think for us, when you think about the history of aviation, and not just with Albert Lambert and who he was and what he did, but think about Charles Lindbergh. He was friends with Charles Lindbergh. At the time, Lindbergh was living in St. Louis. They became great friends. He was part of the mail routes that flew between Chicago and St. Louis that Lindbergh flew, which were a first and historic. You know, Lindbergh, he helped raise the money to take the transatlantic flight to Paris. So when you think about that history, we are one of the airports that never really touts who we are and where our background came from. So that it's such an important part of aviation as a whole. And when you look at being sold to the city in 1928, we were the first municipally owned airport in the country. So we have so many firsts out here, and you can go on and on all the way up until today. But I think, you know, celebrating that relevance, celebrating how important aviation is to the community and to the region, and to be proud of the history that we have here is something that we all wanted to talk about today.
Well, perfect. Thank you so much, Rhonda, for joining us and giving us that background. We have all of those behind the scenes, the fun we had behind the scenes, showing you guys what it takes to really make your trips worthwhile here. So you can go and see that on our website, fox2now.com. Reporting live from Lambert Airport, I'm Blair Leday, Fox 2 News.
It's also the first airport that has never lost my luggage.